Okay.
Mhm.
Live. Are we live? Does it say live? Oh,
You're
sorry.
live.
Sorry, I got a pop-up here saying something. Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Friday.
How is everyone this morning?
I'm super happy it's Friday.
Yeah.
TGIF. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Melissa Levine. I have my other co-host here, Danny Green, with me today. And we have our guest, Judit. And you're going to have to say your last name for me.
Csikos.
Csikos. I should have asked you that.
No, that's right. I very rarely need it. After
I
I get
love
past the Judit, everybody knows Judit. So
And
most people don't know it.
wonderful is not with us today, but we miss her and we love her. And
Mhm.
how we move forward and navigate through life matters. Join us every Friday. We're here at 9:30 a.m. We're chatting about leadership, mindset, life balance, career, spirituality, news, money, health, relationships, or whatever else comes to mind. Like today, Judit is going to be talking about stress, which I don't know. I think everyone has sometimes, right?
Absolutely.
Is that just kind of like a human thing? I don't know. Or is it a condition? So we are going to find out from you, Deet, here in a few minutes. But Danny, what is your top of mind this morning? Are you there?
Last week,
Frozen?
kind of. Am I
Are you
good?
frozen?
I'll just keep talking.
Okay.
There you are. We got
Are we
you.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I came into Forward Friday last week kind of flustered about a situation. And guess what? I'm still flustered about it. It's still just, I'm really unsettled about something. So I decided I'm going to figure it out. So if you look at the work of David Hawkins, and I just read a book called Vibe, there are life draining or energy draining emotions. And the
Mhm.
book is Power versus Force by David Hawkins, where he goes through this. Um, and there are life giving and energy giving emotions. And I've got some life draining emotions happening in my psyche, in my body, and I'm really unhappy about having unhappy emotions. So I'm going to get it figured out. I'm not going to sit and stew about this and make it color my world any differently. I am going to figure it out. And so I just want to let you know that if you've got things that are bothering you, pursue truth so that you can get to a higher level of thinking, a higher level of feeling, and just solve it so you can continue living the high vibe life. That's why I named Higher Path Healing. I just want people to live life on a higher path. The book Vibe I just addressed is actually about high vibration foods as well as other vibes in your life. But there's she has a list of 200 um, high vibe foods and 45 ones that drain energy from your body, 45 foods. So just pay attention to your vibe. It matters.
Nice.
Food. Wow. Who would have known that food? I mean, I totally agree with that because there are certain foods where I'll just eat and I will just be like
You feel comatose after, right? Some
like
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
food coma. Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Well, my top of mind today is so in thinking about stress, I have taken on a few new things that I'm really excited about in my career and business, and which created a little bit of stress. And for me, it's that whole life balance thing again, because work and clean the house, make sure the kids are okay, make sure friends are okay, get on a walk, and then I started thinking like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed, I can't handle all this." And luckily, I have my wonderful friend Judit and my wonderful friend Danny that I talk to often that calm me down, and, I just keep remembering I can only do what I'm gonna do the best I can,
Right.
and I'm just gonna do the best I can, I'm gonna get whatever done I can, and that's okay. And breathing and tapping and calling your beautiful tribe and friends, and it's all good, right? So that's on top of my mind.
Absolutely. All you can do is all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, we as women, we want to do it all. I have to get it all done. I have to do everything.
And then we kind of ignore ourselves sometimes, so we forget
Right.
ourselves, and we
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
know what, you guys? I called in a cleaner. I was like, okay, I
Good.
can't just right? It goes back to what I think we were talking about last week or the week before. If you just have to hire out those things that you're just not good at, right? It's like, okay, I want to focus on this. I don't want to clean my house. So I'm going to give somebody that opportunity and give somebody that money, right? That flow of money.
And
That's what that's what we were talking
you
about
can make
last
money at the same time by doing something you enjoy and love.
week.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So Judit,
Yes.
tell everyone who you are, what you're up to in the world.
Ooh, so yeah, I came here from Massachusetts 18 months ago. I'm going to be creating a healing center, a very unique healing center. But in the meantime, until that is up and running, I help people through hypnosis and Reiki, helping them find themselves, helping them live their dreams. Dreams that have been stuck inside them for a very long time, and perhaps they've forgotten about it. You know the story. We raise our kids, we have relationships, we're the soccer moms, we do all these things, and we just run around, and then all of a sudden we kind of lose our identity. Maybe we don't know who we are anymore, and so especially now, people are, just this whole time frame we're living in, where life has been kind of turned inside out for a lot of us, right? But also a great time of discovery. So I've been focusing a lot on stress management, helping them get through that.
Yeah.
So I am actually having a free workshop this coming week from the 15th through the 18th, 6 to 7 p.m. And it'd be nice if you could come every night, but for those of you who don't want to come every night, you're able to come in, drop in. You may lose a little bit of information if you don't go to the first or second one. But so jothealing.com/workshops, and then you can sign up. You can register. So JOTI healing.com, and can have up to 100 people. So as many people who want to join in would be great. And so yeah, we'll be going through some breathing exercises and just some talking about how we can work with stress. But right now, I work a lot with hypnotherapy and with Reiki. I see people in person, and I also see them virtually. So yeah.
Oh, nice. So has that been like expanded your business? Probably
It's been great. So receptive. People say, "Oh, I can't go out." I'm like, "Well, guess what?
Yeah.
It's just as effective. It's just as effective because it is energy after all. And there's energy all around us. Energy doesn't have to travel, right? I mean, it's all around us. So I work with people still on the East Coast, and it's just as effective. It doesn't really matter where you are. It's just that heart connection that is most important right now. And when we connect with the heart, then that's where the magic happens. There you go. I like, I have one too. I didn't realize I should have gotten mine too. I have a little love you balloon.
I always like, I love love, right?
Love.
I think that if everyone out in this world was just putting a little love into everything that they're doing, like, there literally would be world peace, right? Like just love.
It's the highest energy out there.
Yeah.
Universal energy. It's with love, everything goes well. So,
and for people to realize how they're deeply loved no matter what. I mean, just love is, they're just that information's obscured because of life experiences or, genetic influences. So we got to just keep telling everyone they're really loved.
And they are. And, I think so many people walk around with low self-esteem and just, maybe it's something that they heard in their younger years, or from a spouse or ex-spouse, or, and they're just not feeling good enough anymore. And they just really need that encouragement when, it also comes with that loss of self, of putting your energy out everywhere, but then we don't give ourselves the same love and attention. And we really deserve it, because if we don't have it, how are we going to give it? Right. So,
exactly. So how did you get into this? Have you always been into this type of
actually,
what did you
I
do
was
before?
very interested in it when I was in my late teens. And then I went to art college and I got an art degree. And then I kind of went more corporate. And it was more because there were two of us in the household, both artists. And we thought, well, we're going to starve if we're both artists, which I ended up going in corporate, which I didn't love it at all, because for me, I really love that genuine connection with people. And so just going through my own life challenges, having family members who weren't well, dealing with stress, I needed a way. A lot of people will rely on outside sources for their inner peace. And it really needs to come from within, because the outside sources are very temporary. Yeah, I mean, you can have this drink, or you can smoke this or do that, but it's not, once it's gone, it's gone. And then you constantly have to replenish, right? Whereas if you find that inner peace through deep breathing exercises, through meditation, taking a walk in nature, that's one of my favorites. I do that every single day, and it just replenishes us from the inside out. So I made this my life because it was the life I was living. I needed it for myself. And then I realized, after speaking with people, Judit, they say, you should really do this for a living. This is who you are. Why not share it with the world? And that's exactly what happened. Is I realized that I had become a mentor. And so I upped my skills, and I'm constantly learning. I think a lot of us are like that. We're constantly wanting to know more. So this is where I am today. And then through the healing center that I want to create, I was actually called to do that through Spirit. They said, you need to move cross country and create a very unique healing center, and we are going to support you completely. And so this is where I am right now. I'm putting this in motion. So I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that, because
right.
There's, if you want to hang out with friends, you just go to a bar, right? But some people don't want to go to a bar. Like, having a place like that to just go and hang out with friends and be in a,
totally. And, the healing center is not a physical place yet, but one of my definite goals is for it to be an oasis for communities. So people can go there on a Friday, Saturday night and listen to a sound healing, go to yoga, go to meditation, and really experience that sense of community and love, versus a loud bar that's, you feel kind of disconnected in a way.
Yeah.
But I do own chanting circles currently, and those are a lot of fun, where the sound Om is the universal sound. And so when we are sitting in two concentric circles, we're all oming at our own pace, and it creates this vibration that just moves your entire being. And we're gonna have to try it sometime. We're gonna have to try it.
We are totally in. We are totally
really
in.
uplifting, and so that's something that I want to do before the healing center actually exists, where it can just go to a local park, somebody's house, a building, anywhere, and just get, anywhere from 4 people to 200, and we will do it.
Yeah. Ooh, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Planning that now.
Yeah, we have a big living room, a big family room with big patio.
Oh,
I'm in Snohomish.
And
so are you offering?
It'd be great, like if we were outside in our patio, but it'd have to be nice weather.
Yeah, and we actually do have to move chairs, because what I do is I would count 3 off. So we do 3 15-minute sessions, And then group number 1 would sit in the middle, then group 2 would sit in the middle, then group 3. So we do trade chairs. So people would have to be able to get up and move around a little bit and take their water with them. But yeah, if you're offering, let's get it scheduled.
Yep.
That would be
Snohomish.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to be far from there very soon.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We've been talking about doing like a Forward Friday retreat. What were we calling it or something?
It was a day
Maybe
retreat that we had planned
maybe that
before.
could be involved in it somewhere.
Ooh. Yeah. Yep.
How long
Yeah,
does it?
it's
How long
crazy.
does it take? How long of a thing is it?
I would want to do the oming itself 45, but then we talk before, we talk after, we share. So it's a beautiful shared experience where people say, oh, I felt this, or this loved one came to me, or because it is quite a spiritual experience for most. For some, it doesn't have to be, but for most people, it is quite a spiritual experience. So, so I was actually blessed from a Yogananda, Vishwananda. He is in an ashram in Germany, and after I learned, I had to take some classes, and then I was blessed to be able to offer these to others. And this is actually a movement that's going all around the world right now.
Ooh, no, I love it.
Yeah. It's really beautiful. And so not only do I do the Reiki and the hypnotherapy, but I do Kundalini yoga, which I've done for several years. And that really all brought me into my spiritual self, my higher self. So, it's what we got back to before. You do what you love and what you're passionate about. And when you do for a living what is not who you are, you feel very separate from it. It's more of a got to do rather than a get to do. Yeah. So it's so much more fulfilling when it's a get to do. I get to do this, and I'm excited about this every day. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So can you explain Reiki, what it is and how it works?
Sure. So Reiki is basically, there's energy all around us, right? Beautiful energy around us. And there are many, many chakras, but most of us will talk about the 7 main chakras. So we've got the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root. Okay. And so these are basically spinning wheels, life force energy. They all have a color representing them. They all have a symbol. And when these are not spinning, then you can feel stuck in that area. So you may have a health issue associated with that part of your body, or a blockage, some kind of a blockage. So what Reiki does is, a Reiki master or a Reiki practitioner is attuned to be able to deliver that energy through our body, through source, through our body, out our hands, onto the individual we're working with. So yes, I do work distance all the time, but my clients can also be on a massage table right before me. I will lay my hands above them, and I will transfer the energy to them, and I will help get that energy unstuck. And so now the whole body is working smoothly. We talked earlier about food and energy. We had a conversation about that before. Well, this is the same thing. When we have good water, good nutrition, and now the energy in our body, movement, we feel more whole. And so maybe you have a pain somewhere, or maybe you have heartache from a relationship, or whatever it may be. Stress is definitely there. We can help relax an individual. And so Reiki, people will often say, it feels like your hands were on me, and a lot of times sometimes I do lay my hands on top of a person with their permission, but a lot of times I don't. They'll say, I felt like your hands were on me, and I just really felt all this energy move, because it is that powerful. And think about it, when we're going about our daily lives, or just going everywhere, and we're not really being mindful of what's going on inside us, but when we're just laying down there with some peaceful music, nice and calm, you're allowing the process to happen. And that's a big thing, is you're allowing it to happen. If you're going to resist, then, well, don't waste your time. But just giving yourself permission. to be able to feel this peace and then have these energy centers in your body working together harmoniously. And then, yes, just like a workout, you need to replenish with lots of water and good, healthy food. So a lot of people will come to me once a month. Some people once a week. It really depends on their life situation. But it's an opportunity it's self-care.
Yeah.
It's
So yeah, I was just
yeah.
going to say that it's kind of like, yeah, getting a massage or getting a pedicure or, just
Right.
another way to just take care of yourself and
You actually don't have to speak.
rest.
You can just have your eyes closed and listen to the music, and you will feel the energy moving around you. And a lot of people see colors, and once again, some people may see loved ones visit. So it's really a unique experience for each person.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Awesome. Awesome. I can't wait. We're going to do a session once you get out here to Lake Stevens. I'm so excited. We're going to be neighbors.
Yeah. Maybe you'll be the first person in my new healing space.
I'm so mesmerized with you that I'm not even looking in the chat to see if there's any questions or anything. Okay, good. We're not ignoring anyone. So what else? So if you're stressed, so say I'm having a stressful day,
Yeah.
which happens occasionally in
Yeah.
my world. What are some tips that you can tell?
Well, because I do several different things,
home.
when someone comes to me, I don't just go straight for the Reiki or straight for the hypnosis. Or
Yeah.
I also do some spiritual coaching. I help them through what's going on. How can we help work through that so that it's not so much of an obstacle for you? Let's see what the root. We do find out the root cause through many of the modalities, but so I will talk to a person. I will always talk to them first, allow them to calm themselves down. Very important. And then sometimes when someone comes over for hypnosis and then they say, you know what, I think I want Reiki instead, based on, or it could be vice versa. But I have one individual who does both back to back every time she comes. And it's really based on your need, but you will definitely feel difference. You know how when you talk to a girlfriend and you just feel so much better afterwards? Well, here we're getting into something a lot more deep with the hypnosis, especially. You might not even know what you're about to talk about, right? It's something that might be so deeply rooted. And then that opens up for discussion that, oh, well, now that this has been released, now I can work on this energetically as well. And so it's a journey is what it is.
It is.
It's totally a journey. Yeah.
So what are some things that that you can recommend, like when you're in the midst of it, though, like at home, like on your own?
One of the first things I will tell anyone to do is go hug a tree. Honestly, go hug a tree. And that might sound really funny and odd to some people, but think of it. The tree has its roots deep in the earth. So if you can even take your shoes off, put your feet in the soil or grass and hug that tree, you will actually feel this wonderful energy. It's a transference of energy. It sounds silly, but once you do it, you won't stop. I guarantee it.
So take your shoes off and go and hug a tree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. Well, that's one thing you can do, but when that's not practical for you to do so, I would just do some breathing exercises. So when you're stressed, just a simple one is just breathing in for 5 seconds, holding it for 5, and then gently letting it out for 5, and then repeat that. And then there are different breathing sequences we can do, but I will start people out that way. Breathing in for 5, holding it, breathing it out, and do that 5 or more times. And you will notice your body your shoulders drop, the tension in your neck relaxes. You'll notice a big difference. So that's something that we can do immediately, anytime at all. And then through hypnosis, for instance, I use something called anchors, where if we have a joyful experience that just brings us so much pleasure, we can anchor that feeling into us. So perhaps you're in a stressful situation and you now have this anchor established. You can now go ahead and hold this anchor and close your eyes, and all of a sudden these feelings come back. It's pretty cool. It's
Making me
pretty
tired. It's making me tired. I started breathing, and then I'm like, oh, I started yawning.
but see, when you're yawning, you're releasing.
That's good. That's good.
That's very normal when you're, because we hold stuff in. So when breathing out and we're yawning, we're just letting it all out. There you go.
You're so quiet down there, Danny. What's going
I'm
on?
just taking it all in.
Oh, I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's normally not so quiet. What's up?
Yeah. Great. And so, what hypnosis training do you have? Like, what are the modalities you use?
I have NLP mixed in with what I do. So I do. I have a medical. So I'm medically certified clinical hypnotherapist. I do interlife, natal, and past life regression therapy as well. And I will work with weight loss, smoking cessation. A lot of people I work with are healers. So we also get very esoteric. We can get very higher up into, let's connect with the higher self, and let's see what kind of communication there is for me, because I'm trying to go through something. So it ranges from, I'm having boyfriend issues, or this pattern keeps on repeating in my life and I don't know why, to what is the meaning of my life? It really is quite a range. So I went to the Hypnotherapy Academy of America, went through a 500-hour program. It was a 10-week program in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I physically went there. Very intense days, filled with lots of practicum. And so the hypnotherapy certification itself was 300 hours. And then I did another 100 hours for medical and another 100 hours for interlife, natal, and past life regression therapy.
Great.
Yeah.
That is so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, it was a fantastic school, a wonderful experience. And so I am a member of the International Board of Hypnotherapy. We have continuing ed. They have very high standards. So they make sure that we keep up with the training. And always.
What's past life regression? What does that mean?
So for those of us who do believe that our soul is in our body now, but our soul moves on from body to body. Reincarnation is another way of wording that. Supposing, Melissa, that you had this knee that really hurt you all the time. Your left knee hurt you all the time, and you just don't remember ever having injured it. You don't know what happened to it. And you've gone to doctors, you've gone everywhere, and nobody can seem to find the problem. Well, after working with you a little while, I may suggest, well, let's try past life regression therapy. You might find out in this past life that you were a soldier who was wounded and shot in the knee, and you were left there to die.
Wow.
And then, so now you're able to recognize, oh, well, this is something that my soul never healed from because I died. I was never able to work through it.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am going in the next life, and I have not been able to solve or heal this situation. So then we can go to heal it. We work towards healing it. We know that the soul memory was there. It's something that happened in the past. It doesn't represent your current late day life. So let's allow ourselves to release that and create a new thought pattern based around that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For birthing, some people, I have an individual who really felt inadequate coming into this world, just never felt great from the beginning. And she has these dreams about having been birthed by her mom and coming into a world that was chaotic. And we would have, so that's not past life, that's natal. But she has these issues where she needed to discover her own adequacy, her own confidence, her own being, and then realizing that, yes, in fact, she was very loved. It was just exterior situations that it really had nothing to do with her.
Mhm.
And so going back, because when we're in the subconscious mind, we're not in our rational thinking mind anymore. We're not judging ourselves. We're just letting us travel back there. And so we're able to see from a different perspective now.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
So
Yeah.
Judith, sorry, do you have a link for your free thing that you're doing? Is there, or do you have a link for it?
So
You can sign up?
jotihealing.com, JOTI healing.com/workshops.
Okay.
The link for the website is in the comments. And oh my goodness, we are out of time, ladies.
Already? Wow.
I know. It always goes by
happened?
fast. Thank you so much for joining us today.
This was fun.
It was a pleasure. And so next week we have Tina Tash Myers, and I believe you've been chatting with her, UD, right?
I have been,
Connected to you. Danny, have you met Tina Tash Myers?
I haven't.
Oh, you're gonna love her. She is
Right.
dedicating her life to her, just dedicating her life, started a business and is teaching and coaching people how to just have a more healthy lifestyle with what you're drinking, what you're eating, the plastic. You'll love that, Danny, because I know how you feel about plastic. How to
Me too,
replace how to replace everything, and even tips like there was a Facebook post where somebody was, cooking with aluminum, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh," like it's just things like that we do just because our grandparents did it and our parents did it, and we don't even think about it. So just, teaching people about toxins in the world and how they can affect your body. So she's amazing. So she's our guest next week.
That's great.
Thank you,
Yay.
Deep, for joining us
Well, thanks for
today.
having me on.
Yes, thank you so much.
Reaches out to you and comes to this workshop. And let's see, I'm going to put a link in the chat here really quick. Sorry, I'm going late. But if you want to be a guest on the show, here's a link. We're here every Friday at 9:30, just sharing goodness and love throughout the world. So have a happy Friday. Have a happy weekend. Love you
Bye,
both.
everyone.
Take
Namaste.
care. Bye.
Bye.